Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Miss Carr and welcome to Learning Physics. So in this video, we are going to continue our lesson in plotting ray diagrams. In this video, we are going to focus on how light rays are being plotted in ray diagrams using the concave and the convex lenses. Okay, but before kita mag-plot some ray diagram, I want you all to take note of this first. So on lenses, the observer and the object must be opposite to each other. Okay? Naaam mo na siya. It is because when you are using lenses, diba, nag-pass through ang light. So, since nag-pass through ang light, meaning wala na siya bounce back, ang nagaano siya yan, nag-refract na daya ang light. Okay? So, remember, observer versus the object. Meaning, kontrahanay si observer ag si object. So, here it is. So, if this is the lens, take note nga kung ari ka di nga observer, it should be always on the opposite nga part ang object. Jinihan, if you are the observer, always opposite part ang object. Okay? And the image on the side or on the part of the observer is real. And if ala naman siya sa side ng object, it is virtual. Okay? Kaya diba sa kay mirror, kung if the image is located on the side of the object, it is real. This time for the lenses naman niya, if the image is on the part naman sa object, it is virtual. Kung ara naman siya sa part ng observer. Okay. Sige. So this is a convex lens. So for the convex lens, so this is converging the light rays. So just like the concave mirror, say convex lens, kina-converge naman yung light ray. And take note lang, in lenses, kung diin gani ang thick na part, ang muna siya ang kuha sa light rays. Okay, just like here in the convex lens, we have here the thicker part which is at the center ng part or in the middle. So therefore, dira na more on negatipon ang light. Okay? So in plotting the light rays in convex lens, we are going to use the focal point on the part of the observer. So there are some resources wherein they use three light rays. Okay? Three light rays ang ginagamit nila. But in our case, we're going to use two only. Okay? Para hindi kita mabulayan. Sige. So, I'm going to show you kung paano ni siya nag-amuni ang atom niya pag-plot sang ray diagram here in our presentation. So, pakita siya ni Miss kung paano siya. So, I have here an example. Oh, sorry. Okay, so here. I have here an example. So, this is a convex lens. So, this is just the same with siya. Anggid lang ni sila nga dawa. Yan, anggid lang na sila nga dawa. Okay? So, there. Now, we're going to plot the light rays in our diagram. Now, if in mirrors, we have the pattern straight, tiko, straight. This time, for lenses, we have the pattern nga straight, tiko, and then slant. Straight, tiko, and slant. Okay? So, amo na siya. Kapag gani, ang ginagamit ninyo is convex lens, mag-plot kita sa ray diagram, ang ginagamit natin, ang focal point on the part of the observer. Kaya kung dili siya magkadto ang light, meaning itipuno niya da ang light. Okay? Matipon da siya sa light rays. So here it is. Let us have here our ray diagram. So we have the pattern, tiko, and slant. Have here, okay? You have to make sure that the incident ray must hit the center of the lens. And then matiko na di siya. Diin siya matiko on the part of the observer. And always remember nga ang refracted ray naton kinahanglan always nag-align kay sa pagtiko sa light ray, nag-align na siya kay focal point. Ano gani nga focal point ang atong gamiton? Ang ara sa part ni observer. That's for our first light ray. And for the second light ray, don't worry, hapusan ni siya atong the second light ray. For the second light ray, we're going to make a slant lang a line. Draw a slanting line nga mag-pass through lang gid siya sa intersection of the normal line and the optical. Pinakatunga. Okay? So there. So kung lang tawon ta in our presentation, so parihas ang atong ginahimo um, nga diagram. Okay, so ano na siya ang atong image? So here is for the image. This is where the light converge. So meaning, di na di ma-form ang atong nga. Okay, so dira siya na form. Okay, so the question is, what image or what type of image was formed by this convex lens? Okay, so ano na siya nga image? So the image is located below the optical axis, and this is inverted. Okay, another. So kung lantawon ta, pariho lang ang kataas so ni image kag ni image and ni object anggid lang sila nga duwa, just like what you've seen on the presentation. So therefore, same lang ila. Same size ang size. And take note, the image is located on the part of the observer. Nga observer, ara imo mataho. Okay. Ara siya sa parts ng observer, therefore, we have here inverted, same size, and real image. Okay, that's for our first example. Now, let me have here another example. And by the way, in our example here, we have shorter focal length compared to the object distance. Again, shorter focal length compared to the object. Okay, so what if we have longer focal length compared to the object distance? So how are we going to plot our ray diagram? So same pattern will be followed. So straight tiko and then slant. Okay, so here it is. So always make sure lang ang incident ray must always hit the center of the lens. Okay? Straight tiko. Okay, so nagtiko da siya. Okay. And then, for the next light ray, mas slant na siya ang next light ray. So, this is for the next light ray. Then, so that, pa-distinguish ta kung sino. First light ray, gali kung sino. Okay, so here it is. Mapass through lang siya sa center. There you have it. Okay, now if you're going to take a look, oh, by the way, here is for our second example. I forgot to next to the slide. Okay, so here. So, muna siyang ginhimo ni Miss, just like this. Okay. Longer focal length and shorter DO or object distance. So, muna siyang gina-plot ni Miss. So, parihuson ta ang aton nga pag-plot kung paano na siya ginkuha. So, kung lang tawon ta diri, wala sa may nag-converge nga light rays. So, anong himuon ta? Just like what we did in mirrors, di ba, gin-extend ta to ang mga reflected rays. So, this time, extend kita di sa aton nga light rays. Okay? So, extend tang aton nga refracted rays. Okay? Tapos ang aton di nga light ray. So, we're going to have here our sight line. So, extend ta sila para makita kung diin pa kadto ang sight lines. Okay? So, these are for the sight. Okay. And then, let us have here sight line for the refracted rays. Extend. And okay, so if we're going to take a look here in our example, in our presentation. So, di na siya nagtabuay ang duwa ka light ray. So, ari sila. So, therefore, dili na form ang ating So, what image was formed by the mirror? This is located above the optical axis, right? And then this is bigger compared to the object. This is enlarged. And this is located on the side of the object, not the observer. Upright, enlarged, and virtual image. That's for our convex lenses. Okay. Now let us have here our concave lenses. So in concave lenses, these are the lenses that diverge the light rays. Gina-diverge ang light rays, meaning ginalapta, gina-spread out ang light rays. Okay? So, if we're going to take a look here in our presentation, so kung kagina kay convex lens, gina-use naton ang focal point on the side of the observer. This time, may use kita sa focal point on the part of the object. Nga kaya ang iyang thicker nga lens is on the side. So meaning kung diin ang damol gani nga part sa lens, dira na siya makadto ang light ray. Okay? So, we have here our plotted nga ray diagram. So, lantawon ta kung paano na siya gin. So, here it is. Let me show you on how to plot that. Okay, so there. Okay. So, ang aton nga pattern in plotting concave lens will be the same to what we did in convex lens. Okay? So, the pattern will be the same. It's just that diri lang ta nga focal point may use, not here. Kung kagina diri ta gagamit, this time diri naman ta. Okay, so here it is. So plot, plot, plot. So straightico and slant. So we have, oh sorry. So we have straightico slant. Oh, so ari siya, oh sorry. Ari siya, umatiko siya. Pero take note ha, hindi na diya magbalik ang aton light ray. Nga kay ga-refract ang light, meaning ka-pass through. Ano siya ya? Malusot na yung light. Di inayaga balik gani ang light sa mirror, sa lenses niya, malusot yung light. Okay. So that's for our first light ray. And for our second light ray, slant lang gihapon. Same lang gihapon ang himo. Okay? So here it is. So, there. So maagi lang siya Japon sa intersection of normal line and optical. Okay, so if we're going to take a look here, in our light rays, wala may nag-converge. So what are we going to do? We're going to extend backward ang atong nga refracted ray. So let me extend the refracted ray and note that this refracted ray is aligned to the optical axis. So let me just extend. And there you can see this is where also okay. So this is where the light rays nagtabuay or nagmeet with each other. So therefore, dira man na siya ma-form ang aton. So for the image, we have here upright, reduced, and virtual image. Upright siya kay located above the optical axis, reduced because this is smaller compared to the object, and virtual siya because this is located on the side of the object, not on the observer. Okay, so that's for our first example in our concave lens. So let us have another example. By the way, in our on our first example, we have shorter focal length compared to the object distance. So this time we have longer focal length compared to the object distance. So here it is for our next example. So mo naman ni siya, ya, ano naman ay matabo sa aton nga light ray. So this is the image form. Okay, so paano ta ni siya himuon? So same pattern will be followed. Okay, straitico slant. So here it is, straitico slant. So from the object, ano siya, straight. Then matiko siya, align to the focal point. Siya align to the focal point. Okay, mapass through ang light ray. Okay, align to the focal point. And then there you have it. And then next, let us have here our second light ray. Mas slant lang gid siya ya, sa center. Sa center sang lens. So, super slant siya. Okay, so ara siya. Kanta siya araw kay meaning, dire-diretso. Theory, gani, diba? So, diin nag-converge, wala man nag-converge, right? Therefore, we are going to extend our refracted rays. Next and extend. So, here it is. And, extend. So, extend. Okay. So, here it is. Mayara kita nag-cross ng mga light rays. And of course, kay dira nag-cross ang light, meaning dira ma-form ang image from here. Okay? We have there an upright, reduced, and virtual image. Okay. So just like the convex mirror, we have here the concave lens, which is forming upright, reduced, and virtual image. So kung nantawon nyo bala, ang aton nga concave lens, always na di siya nagahimo upright, reduced, and virtual. Pareho na sila sa convex mirror. Okay? So, there it is. So, regardless, mana siya kung diin mas laba si focal length man or si object distance. Basta ga-use kita gani concave lens, always upright, reduced, and virtual image. Kinasaan lang na. So, that's it. So, I hope that you've learned on how to plot the light rays in ray diagram, in mirrors, and in light. So, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.